Hey, this is Ryan Reynolds. You're listening to Christo. Put some pants on.
Ryan Reynolds, welcome to Australia.
Well, thank you very much.
How are you?
I'm very well. Very well, thank you.
I want to know a question not to ask you. How many of the same questions have you been asked? Since you've been here? Just 3 of them that I shouldn't ask.
You know what? It's a little, it's actually been all right. You know, I've had a kind of a diverse cross-section of questions, you know, and I try to shake up the answers a bit. So there is nothing taboo with me. You can ask me anything you want.
How much fake blood was used on Smokin Aces?
I don't have an exact measurement of it.
Now,
but,
is it actual fake blood? Because I've heard in some movies they use, like, pig's blood.
Oh, Jesus. I wouldn't feel comfortable about that at all. You know, I would not feel good about that at all. No, we use nun's blood, which is, it's expensive, so we can't use too much of it. No, I think it's just a kind of a sugary kind of sucrose food coloring mix sort of thing.
It's not too bad.
No, it actually tastes pretty good. I ate my shirt halfway through. Yeah,
I heard you actually had to. I was warned that you were going to be a clown. I actually heard that you had to wear the same clothing for pretty much the entire shoot.
Yeah, it was a new and amazing experiment and disgusting.
So they didn't get washed one bit. How long was the shoot for?
The shoot was for about 6 weeks. No, it was getting washed, but about halfway through, I'm wearing pretty much nothing but someone else's blood. Yeah. So the shirt had to match each day. So I would. It was as vile as anything you could ever imagine.
Now, the director of Smokin Aces was the same guy that did Narc with Ray Liotta, which is a fantastic movie.
Yeah.
What's Ray Liotta like in real life? Because he's always a psycho on screen. Yeah.
He is, in real life, he's the meanest man you'll ever love.
Yeah.
And I say that literally. He's kind of like a surly guy, you know, there's a tremendous amount of edge there, but, there's also something magnetic about him. There's also something that you really that you kind of love. Mm-hmm. And, for me, the biggest challenge of the movie was establishing a bond with Ray that didn't feel forced and wasn't spoken about. It was just something you see in our eyes, and that was actually, fairly easy work. That was the easy part.
Were you nervous going into it, going, oh crap, I've got to do everything opposite Ray Liotta?
I was a little bit nervous for my life because, this is Henry Hill I'm sitting next to, and, this is a legend. But, no, once you get in the ring with anybody, it's, it's pretty much level playing ground. You got to bring what you have to bring.
Or rather, was he nervous working with you?
I think so. Yeah. I think so. I saw a lip quiver. I couldn't tell if that was just, unmitigated attraction to me, or if that was just the fact that I've kind of shaken him up a little bit.
So disappointed there was no kissing scene in the movie, obviously, then.
Yeah, no. But off screen, we just kind of held each other. Just sort of rocked each other back and forth. Just talked about stuff. Nothing weird.
How hard is it to cry on command? Because I won't give away the movie.
It's a great Gomez song called Cry on Demand, which I love. And it is difficult. It's...
there's a scene where you really have to... There's a scene... I'm not going to say whereabouts in the movie it is, but you sit there and you cry.
Yeah.
And how many takes does it take to do something like that?
Usually the first one is just kind of a rough sketch or a rough idea of what you're going to do, and then you get into it, and it's there when you need it. It's something that you don't love to do, but it's you kind of have to.
Do you think of sad stuff, or have you just got it mastered?
I think about things like, what would my father look like as a soup? No, it's not that
got an
bad.
eye roll.
Yeah, I know. No, I think of, you kind of attach yourself to the moment and you think about, for me, it was actually, I was able to apply it to something directly in the movie that was happening. So,
because it was an emotional scene in the movie that you cry.
Yeah, it was. So, there's something very kind of real happening in that, and I think it touched me on a personal level, and you're able to kind of bring that out.
And I think Smokin Aces is kind of like the movie that Quentin Tarantino wishes he could have made.
Yeah, a lot of people sort of draw that comparison in as much as it's a fractured narrative, which is something that I believe Quentin really perfected in the 90s, and but has been going on for years and years and years.
Because it starts off, like, if I can just explain it to those people listening, it starts off a whole heap of different characters, and then they all become involved in some way. And I don't want to give away the movie because you just have to see it.
Yeah.
And I think we walked out of there going, oh my God, that's probably one of the most violent movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's definitely a bloodbath.
Every single performance by every single actor in the movie was fantastic.
Yeah. I do. I think every single person in the movie that joined this incredible ensemble has a moment, has a really a glory moment, a
Alicia
moment that
Keys
they shine.
Is zipping up her top. That's her moment.
That is definitely a great moment, and a great moment to watch over and over again.
Multiple times. Yeah. It was a great scene.
Yeah.
And Jeremy Piven with the wig.
Yeah,
was that a wig in the movie?
Rick Springfield wig.
Yeah.
That was. I believe that was a hairpiece that he was wearing for the character in the film. Yeah, that thing. That was the Shatner 2000 that they whipped out and put on his head.
Now, I've got an interesting fact for you. At 9:40 this morning, I typed your name into Google. Have you ever done that before and sort of look through and see what people are writing about you, or you just don't give a shit?
I don't really give a rat.
You can
fuck.
say shit.
Yeah, I was rat fuck.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's better.
You can bleep that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2,900,000 entries with your name on it.
Oh, wow.
Is that weird?
2.8 million of those are my mother.
Okay.
Yeah, she's got some things that she's working out.
Now, I was checking out your MySpace.
Yeah.
Okay, and you said, like, when we were having a chat before, you said there's like 100 different yous, but there is only one original MySpace that's done by you.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you answer your own mail and all that kind of stuff through there, or do you have a MySpace person?
You know, for me, it's just a place to kind of, vent about anything. It's I don't get too interactive with it, so I don't want to obviously create any kind of false hope that you're going to write.
Question and answer.
Yeah, but I made up all the questions myself and answered the questions as I chose to. So, it's for me, it's just kind of a forum for irreverence. And I welcome other people to come on there and share their own.
So, what's the official
stories.
one, just so people know?
It's myspace.com/Ryan Rodney, which is my unfortunate middle name.
Have you become a ninja yet? That's the question. After reading your MySpace, I know you had an ambition.
Yeah, I had some moments in there about my ninjutsu training. Yeah. It's really hard to achieve the actual title of ninjutsu when you're doing an online correspondence course for it. You have to be there breaking the bricks with your head, and I'm just not ready to do that.
And also the hurricane thing. I was drinking coffee at the time, and coffee came out through my nose.
Oh, yeah, I can never understand those guys that go into the middle of a hurricane.
It's all about reporters that stand there and go, I'm in the middle of a blizzard.
Yeah, you uncompromising fuckhead. What are you doing? You're in the middle of a hurricane. Do we really need to see you blown away right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and after a while, you just kind of go, you know what? I'm not turning the channel until this guy dies.
They do that here too, though.
Yeah.
Like, we get cyclones up in far north Queensland.
I don't know. I plan to ride right into one. It seems like I'm going to. Yeah,
it's always good fun. Yeah. Actually, far north Queensland's had flooding at the moment, so that'll be quite interesting for you as well.
Oh, charming.
Yeah, not good for on a bike.
Would be a downer.
Yeah, true. So we'll talk about some other down stuff in a second. Yeah. But yeah, they do it here as well, and like we've seen people narrowly avoid death just by having like corrugated iron fly past them.
Exactly. It's not the wind or the rain that's going to kill you. It's the flying bus that's going to enter your body. That's the thing that's going to hurt you.
Now, I'd like to do a segment with you, if I could.
Sure.
Called Getting to Know You. It's
all
where
right.
we ask you a few questions.
I love that.
Nothing too personal, but just, to
find
out a little bit more about
personal tidbits. Let's do it.
Okay. Want to know your pet peeve?
My pet peeve.
Yeah.
God, slow walkers.
Slow walkers?
Yeah, when you get kind of stuck behind people that walk four abroad.
Yeah.
And you're like, guys, come on, let's put a little hip in our hop here. That drives me nuts.
Awkward moment.
Awkward moment.
Yeah, an awkward moment that you've had. Maybe you've been in the toilet and someone's gone, "Oh, you're right."
Oh, yeah. I was going to say any family dinner, but you get some of those. I'll tell you what an awkward moment is like. Right when you've come out of the bathroom and then the guys come out of the bathroom stall as well, and he's like, "Hey, you're Ryan Reynolds," and he extends his hand.
Yeah, and he hasn't
you're
washed.
Like, there's that moment where you're like, "Hey, you know what? I'm going to let you rinse that off."
Oh, so you actually have
dry
said that?
It, and then when you turn around, I'll be gone.
Yeah. So you don't want to shake someone else's piss hand?
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, I may as well shake your penis.
Yeah.
I don't. There's no sense in doing this. Let's just avoid this interaction entirely.
Favorite color?
My favorite color.
Yeah.
My favorite color would have to be, my favorite color.
Your favorite color is God.
No, my favorite color is woman.
Woman?
Yeah, it's a lovely color. I think it looks good on anyone.
Last thing you bought?
The last thing I bought was probably. Dinner last night.
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I bought dinner for Joel Edgerton.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because, of course, Aussie Joel
Edgerton
good lad. Is your co-star.
In fact,
in the
he
movie,
is, yeah.
With that fantastic haircut.
Yeah.
You've got to see it. Favourite thing to do outside of movies?
Is to get on a motorcycle and ride into the great wide open.
You're going to do that. You're travelling up the Queensland coast. Have you ever seen Ewan McGregor's Long Way Round?
I have. It's pretty incredible.
You're not scared that some of those things... Well, I mean, chance of coming across Russians up in Queensland are very slim. But,
no, not unless I pay them to run into our path. I think it's going to be a little bit more difficult. I love that movie, and I love his sense of adventure. That guy's got.
Are you actually going to film this, or just
we have a little. We're gonna shoot it. We're gonna document the trip.
Is it going to be a DVD, or you put it up on the web?
I don't know if it's going to be that interesting. I really don't think. Ewan had a van following him. I don't really have that luxury right now. I'm just going with a buddy.
Favorite place to be massaged? massaged?
Favorite place to be massaged?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Thailand.
No.
I think my favorite place to be massaged is the thorax. You know, you really, if you can actually get through the breastplate and get right in there, it's actually, you haven't lived until you've done that. You can actually milk it. Yeah.
What one CD can you not live without?
Gomez, Bring It On.
Yep. Nice album.
It's a good album.
Most embarrassing thing in your medicine cabinet?
My most embarrassing thing in my medicine cabinet.
We had somebody answer this with lube the other day. So
oh, really? That's not embarrassing. That's just that's considerate. Yeah. Let me think here. What's the most embarrassing thing in my medicine cabinet? I'm probably going to have to say somebody just gave me and it's in the medicine cabinet in my hotel room. Somebody just gave me the most disgusting thing I think I've ever seen, which is a kangaroo pouch, which is actually the scrotum of a kangaroo. So I have in my possession in my hotel room dead animal scrotum, and that's about as disgusting as anything ever.
And
gets.
What are you going to do with it when you get home?
I'm going to incinerate it. Yeah.
Or cremate it, as I read on your MySpace.
Indeed, yeah. Who doesn't love cremation?
There we go. And your favourite chocolate bar?
Favorite chocolate bar? It's not really a chocolate bar, but it's just M&Ms.
M&Ms?
Yeah, I'm not like Ozzy Osbourne. I don't need like 4,000 brown M&Ms put in my trailer every day before work.
Have you tried the Australian Tim Tam?
I have. In fact, cool. Chris over there, who's working with us, sent a box of Tim Tams to my room for no apparent reason last night, other than to just cheer me up. That right there is a random act of kindness.
Why do you need cheering up?
I was a little jet-lagged, I think. Yeah. Somebody gave me a nutsack from a marsupial. That would bring you down.
Excellent. Ryan Reynolds, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck with the movie Smokin Aces in cinemas this coming Thursday, and it rocks.